Hey everyone, welcome to an episode of Miss Busy Bee Lizzie. My name is Elizabeth, and in today's episode, I want to wrap up all the books that I read in October. Alright, here it is. Okay, so I only read one book this month, last month. But what a book this was. Boy's Life by Robert McCammon. This book was just so full of sustenance. It was so fulfilling to read. And I just couldn't make it come to an end. The closer I got to the end of finishing this book, the more I was like reading less and less every night, telling myself, you don't need to finish it tonight, or you don't need to read that much tonight. You're too tired. You're too busy, this and that. When in reality, I think I just didn't want to finish the book. I never felt this way about a book before. I'm either extremely infatuated with it and I'm just turning pages, and then bam, it's over. Or I am like about it and I'm checking how many pages there are till the book ends. But never have I prolonged a book because I didn't want it to finish. And that is what Boy's Life has done to me pretty much. So what is Boy's Life? What is Boy's Life about? So basically it is about, I'm sorry if you hear little clattering in the corner, it's my cats just fighting and playing with cardboard boxes. So Boy's Life, it takes place in the 1960s in Zephyr, Alabama. And so basically what happens is the main character, Corey, he's a 12-year-old boy, and he is traveling with his dad in their milk truck because his dad works for a dairy company and he delivers dairy products to the people around town. Anyway, so they're in the milk truck and they're driving, and a car comes and zooms right past them and drives right over into Saxon's Lake, which is known to be very deep. And the people there know that once something goes down and sinks to the bottom of Saxon's Lake, it's not coming back up again. It's not going to be found. So anyways, when Corey's dad sees this car go over, he gets out of the milk truck, jumps into the lake, and tries to rescue the driver or whoever is inside of this car. When he gets to the car, he realizes that whoever was driving it is already dead. They're handcuffed to the steering wheel, their face is beaten up, and they have piano wire wrapped around their neck. And so, this haunts Corey's dad because he's like, well, first of all, it was a very gruesome sight. But second of all, he's like, whoever did this, whoever murdered this man, has to be someone from town, because only people in that town know about the Saxon's Lake and how deep it is. So it becomes kind of like a murder mystery in a way. Not kind of, it is a murder mystery story. But there's a lot more that goes into this book other than the murder mystery. That's just one component. Another component is watching this boy, or reading this boy, Corey's life, and seeing him go through his everyday life with playing with friends, playing with his dog, riding bikes, writing stories, trying to figure out this murder mystery as well, so he can help his dad, because his dad is really struggling with this, having nightmares and all. So it's also a coming of age story. And I think just reading about the coming of age part of it is the part of me that wanted to slow down a bit and just be in the moment, because it was a really slow paced lifestyle. Just, and a bit nostalgic, just hearing how Corey would play with his friends and using their imagination and riding their bikes, playing baseball, going to school. Corey also likes to write stories. It was just nice, having him come home to like home cooked meals by his mom, and then his dad coming from home from work, and they're talking about like how the day went, and whatever seemed to be troubling the dad, like he had no issue with talking about it in front of his wife and Corey. And the mom would be comforting, like listen with a comforting ear, and offer to bake pies for the people in town who were in need, or just feeling down. So it was just a very wholesome story, and I think that's what I really loved about it. So although it was just one book, I sure had a great time with it. And I think that's what reading is all about. It's about enjoying what you're reading instead of trying to get through this mass amount of books, because there's so many books out there to be read. But how many are going to be this great? How many are going to have that impact on your life? And what's funny is I thought I was going to finish this right at the last week of October, because October, I believe it was like the 20th, 21st. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. I was about 100 pages away from finishing, and I had gone to the bookstore. I even did a poll on Instagram on which spooky book I should read next, and yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't finish Boy's Life until finally it came to the point where I was just like, oh, there's only like 5 pages left. It's time to finish this off. And I did, and it's great, and the story's going to stick with me. But enough about October. October's done. It's in the past. It's finished. Let's talk about November. What am I planning on reading for November? And that would be, I'm going to start off November with this cozy book right here called The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. Now, I have no idea what this is about. So let's find out together. Let's read the back here. It says, a small town spicy romance. When a secret message turns up hidden in a book in the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, Hazel can't understand it. As more secret codes appear between the pages, she decides to follow the trail of clues. She just needs someone to help her out. Gorgeous and outgoing fisherman Noah is always up for an adventure, and a scavenger hunt sounds like a lot of fun. Even better that the cute bookseller he's been crushing on for months is the one who wants his help. Hazel didn't go looking for romance, but as a treasure hunt leads her and Noah around Dream Harbor, their undeniable chemistry might be just as hot as the fresh out of the oven cinnamon buns the bookstore sells. So, it sounds a little cheesy. However, I love cheesy. I love a good Hallmark movie. I've basically seen them all. I'm hoping this holiday season there's some new ones out there for me. But I'm a sucker for cheesy and cozy, and this seems right up my alley. So, The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Lori Gilmore is what I'm going to start my November reads with. Today is November 3rd, I think. So, I'm going to get started on this probably tonight. And then I will let you know how it goes. But that's all I got. I am going to start with this, and then I'll see where it takes me. I know there's other, like, cozy little cheesy books like this out there, and some are actually really popular. So if I like this style, because I don't think I've really ever read anything, I feel like I'm basically going to read a Hallmark movie in this book, and I'm actually quite excited for it. So if it's my style and I like it, I am going to try one of the many other little cozy, cheesy books like this and see how that goes. But I'm trying to get myself into the holiday spirit a little bit. Usually by now I'm all all in it, you know. But I haven't even watched any of my little Hallmark movies yet. Probably gonna start that tonight as well. I did decorate though, so my apartment, although you can't really see it in the camera, but my apartment, I got little cool fall leaves around, pumpkins, you know, orange and brown colors. So trying to get myself in the spirit. And I think this book, along with a nice Hallmark movie tonight, is going to definitely put me there. So I'm excited for that. But anyways, let me know what you're planning on reading for November. Drop it in the comments. If not, that's okay. And then let me know what you read in October. And if you read, let me know if you read Boy's Life and what you thought about it as well. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. So good. Robert McCammon. This is my first book by Robert McCammon. So I'm excited to see what other books he has out there. But he's definitely on my radar. And I'm definitely going to be checking out the rest of his books. But yeah, that's all I got for today. I hope you're all having a great day today. I hope you're all reading great books. And I will see you in the next video.